Welcome to Geopolitics Monitor.
The words that control your mind, nobody is talking about this. Did you know that right now, as you're listening to me, your thoughts are being shaped by words that were carefully chosen by someone else? Not randomly, not accidentally, but strategically. It's called linguistic framing, and it's the reason you believe things you've never actually questioned. Stay with me, because what I'm about to show you will change the way you see every headline, every political speech, every advertisement, forever. Like these examples I'm about to share, once you see the pattern, you can't unsee it. Let me start with something simple. Torture versus enhanced interrogation techniques. Same thing, exact same thing. Waterboarding, sleep deprivation, physical abuse. But one word makes you think of war crimes and international law violations, the other. Sounds almost scientific, technical, like something professionals do with precision and care. That's not an accident. In 2002, the CIA needed public support for brutal interrogation methods. They couldn't call it torture, that word carried too much moral weight, so they reframed it. Enhanced interrogation, problem solved, and it worked. Polls showed Americans were far more likely to support enhanced interrogation techniques than torture. Even when describing the exact same actions, the frame determined the debate. Now here's where it gets interesting, and you need to pay attention because like these tactics, there are dozens more hiding in plain sight. Let's go deeper. Collateral damage. Two words that make you think of spreadsheets and calculations. Clinical, unavoidable, the price of doing business in warfare. But what is collateral damage? Really? Dead children, bombed hospitals, families obliterated at wedding parties, villages wiped off the map. But you don't see those images when you hear collateral damage, do you? The frame removes the humanity. It turns tragedy into statistics. It makes the unbearable bearable. The military knows this. That's why they have entire departments dedicated to language, not just for enemy propaganda, for controlling how you perceive their actions. Neutralize the target instead of kill a person. Kinetic military. Action instead of bombing. Pacification instead of conquest. Every word is chosen to create emotional distance between you and reality. Like these corporate examples, they use the exact same playbook. Corporations learn this game fast. But these laws don't protect workers, they weaken unions. They make it harder for employees to collectively bargain. They reduce wages and benefits, but calling them union-weakening laws wouldn't poll well, would it? So they flipped the frame, made the law sound like it protects individual freedom instead of corporate power. And it worked. According to the frame, wealthy business owners and corporations, they deserve tax breaks and favorable policies because they create jobs. But wait, don't workers create value? Don't consumers create demand that necessitates hiring? Doesn't infrastructure, education, and stable governance create the conditions for business? The frame gives all the credit to capital and none to labor. It shapes who we think deserves power and wealth. Climate change versus global warming. One sounds gradual, manageable, maybe even natural. The other sounds urgent, dangerous, human-caused. Oil companies spent millions promoting climate change as the preferred term. Not because it's more accurate, but because it's less alarming. Now you might be thinking, okay, but surely I can see through this. But here's the thing, and this is crucial, like these psychological triggers. The framing works even when you're aware of it. Your brain processes language faster than you can consciously analyze it. When you hear death tax, your brain immediately associates it with death, something negative, something to fear. You have an emotional reaction before you think critically, the actual term. But death tax sounds like the government is profiting from your family's grief. It sounds like they're taxing you for dying. That emotional trigger happens in milliseconds. By the time your rational brain catches up, the frame is already set, and here is the kicker. Even when people are told that death tax is manipulative framing, they still oppose it more than when it's called estate tax. The frame is that powerful. One frames humans as invaders from another world, illegal, alien, other. The other acknowledges they're people who lack paperwork. Nobody campaigns as anti-choice or pro-death. They choose the frame that makes their position sound like common sense and basic decency. And once the frame is set, the debate happens inside that frame. Like these political examples, both sides use the same weapon, just aimed in different directions. And whoever controls the conversation controls what's considered reasonable, moderate, and common sense. Why do? We call it defense spending when the United States hasn't been invaded in generations? Why not war spending or military spending? Because defense is inherently good. Nobody opposes defending yourself. Entitlements, Social Security, Medicare, disability benefits, but you paid into Social Security your entire working life. It's your money. You're entitled to it because you funded it. Because that frame would make them politically impossible to cut. But white taxpayer money? Why not public investment? Or collective resources? Public investment makes it sound like we're building something together. Like these patterns you're seeing now, they're everywhere. In every industry, every political movement, every advertisement. So what do you do with this? First, notice the frame. When someone uses loaded language, stop, ask yourself, what are they really saying? What's the neutral term? Second, reframe. You don't have to accept their terms. Use your own language, define reality on your terms. Third, teach others. Nobody is talking about this, but you are now. The next time a politician, corporation, or media outlet uses carefully chosen language to make you feel a certain way, you'll catch it, and that's when you become dangerous to their manipulation. Drop a comment, let's talk about it.